What is up, guys? It's the Fungus amongst me, Urbanfungus, and we are back. I made it back alive. If you watched to the very end of the last video, part 2 of the Dreg dungeon, you will notice that after a good 7 or 8 attempts, whatever it was, I managed to finally beat the bloody serpent. Now, I didn't keep much of it in there just because I thought, well, you've watched me try my hardest to kill him on the first time, so I just carried on and on and on. Basically, the long story short of it, every time you die, you send born back into your bed, so you then have to run back through the camp, open up the door to the dungeon, and then try it all over again and just rush through it. So, yes, needless to say, it took me quite some time. Also, I forgot to show you in the video briefly at the very end where he sits, the acid actually drains out of the pool, and there is a book in there. Make sure you go down there and press the action button. Obviously on the Xbox control that will be X. You learn a load of new recipes. Now, new recipes are fantastic. Now I'll show you, I've been farming up some of the gear so I can make some new armor. Now basically, long story short, first things first, what you learn through the dungeon. Now, obviously, what you saw in the video is there, wherever it is, around here somewhere. You obviously first learn the glowing stick. Once you've learned the glowing stick from the dungeon, you also learn the glowing essence. Okay, so that's how to make glowing essence in a jar. So that must be for the recipes. Now, also, another thing you learn, if you go into your learn recipes page, you will see that there's all of a sudden some snake faces. He says, oh, there we go. Right, so you can see snake faces. So here we are. So you've got some breathing potion to help you breathe underwater, which can always be helpful. You've also got the reptilian outfit, and you've got a load of reptilian abysmal weapons. So, needless to say, the gear that you get out of this, from basically harvesting this giant serpent's body, is used to help make these items. Now, I did have to go back there and kill him a couple of times just to get enough of the gear I wanted. Basically, I was farming these things, abysmal fangs. And basically, what I've done here is, if we go into the armourer's bench, I have built everything I need to make, hopefully. Now I've got enough. So I've got some fangs. Now, basically, you need to learn how to make medium helmet padding. You need to learn basically how to make all the medium armor. So once you know how to make all the armor for medium padding, just keep them inside the crafting station box. Make sure you've got a load of reptile hide as well, which is easy to farm from just crocodiles. I've literally just every crocodile I find, I just murk it. Basically, once you farm up enough of that, come along here, and here you can see the reptilian stuff. So hopefully we've got enough to craft everything we need. And then the helmet, boom. So whilst that's crafting, basically, guys, yeah, as I say, you've just got to be very careful with the when it comes to the actual boss itself. As I say, if you die, you kind of basically have to start all over again. What didn't help was the game would crash a few times on me as well, so that didn't help at all either. Also, once you do complete the said boss, as you can see here, now if you can see the little the dungeon sign there in the bottom left, which looks like the where's my arrow? There it is. So once you beat the dungeon, which is the dregs here, that dungeon there, once you teleport out of the dungeon when you finish, you actually come out into this circle just here, which is like a manhole cover, like a giant drain. And basically you can see a little bit into here as well. Can't see too much, but you can literally walk from here straight in, which is quite handy. So we'll be having to take a look at that as well. But what I really want to do today is start having a look at thrall. Now, thank you to Paul, who's commented on my videos a few times, who told me how to basically set up the thrall. So what I've done, whilst that reptilian gear is building, as you can see here, we've got ourselves a lesser wheel of pain. Now I have actually dragged my first person over to the lesser wheel of pain, and if it opens, here we are. We can see exactly what's happening. So he's been doing for a while. He's nearly done now. Now, lesser wheel of pains, basically you train up the thrall. Thrall is another word for slave. Slavery isn't cool, but in this game it's handy. Okay, guys? So basically how to make porridge, or gruel, or whatever you want to call it, in your campfire. You need to shove in seeds. As you can see here, I've got plenty of seeds. Now, as long as you've got fibre and seeds, you make gruel. Simple as you can see there. Okay? I put mushrooms in there to see if I could make some sort of stew, but it didn't work. Anyway, with seeds and with gruel, the gruel goes into the lesser wheel of pain. The lesser wheel of pain gets you basically people on your team, as it were. Let's think of it as AIs in the clan, shall we? Now, this thrall here is only a fighter. It's one from literally like a tribe I literally found kind of just over there somewhere, wherever it was. Just over there somewhere, wherever there is a clan over there. Basically, I'll drag them over here, and you basically just drag them straight onto this, and they pop straight into the inventory. As easy as that. As long as you've got a club and some rope, that rope there, fibre bindings, it's all good. So what I really want to do, because you can get special thrall, I believe. So what I really like to do is try and find some thrall which are going to help me in the long run. And basically give me a little bit more help around here. Because if you look at most things, you can actually put thrall in most items. So obviously, for instance here, thrall. You know, so obviously... Oh, is that raw? Exotic flesh. Yeah, that's raw. So we'll put that back in there. So basically, you want to get as many thrall as possible. So obviously, I'm assuming you can get a cook, you can get a blacksmith, you can get a carpenter. You know, so you can add thralls to pretty much everything and anything. So you've got thralls to go in there. You've got I've still got 3 delays. You've got thralls to go in there. You've got thralls to go on the tannery. You've got thralls to go on the armourer's bench, and you've got thralls to go on the carpenters. So we need to try and find some thrall. Now, it's a case of trying to knock them out. Aha, everything's built. Right. What I will do is shove that in there. I'll shove all that in there as well. Right. So, let's have a look at what... Oh, for goodness sake. Let's have a look at what he looks like then with his reptilian armour, shall we? Now, so this stuff does take a bit of time to make, so... Oh, sweet. Oh, that is a beastly look. Oh, he's got a little ponytail as well. Isn't that cute? Now that is cool. I need some more iron bars on me. Where's my iron bars? That's cool. Now I'm happy with that. That is a swish-looking piece of equipment. Now I'm not sure. Oh, I don't want to take all of that. We'll split it. We'll take half. And then we'll fix that. We'll fix that. Can't fix that. We can't fix it. Right, what I'll do is we'll put my rope in. And we're going to try and find some thrall now. He says, hopefully. Right, we'll try and find some thrall. Now that is a cool piece of armour. I don't care what you say. That is swish. I'm like a walking snake. That is pretty cool. I like the ponytail at the back is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That's a pretty epic piece of ponytailing. It swishes with me as well. Okay, right. Let's have a look at the map. Right. So I know there's a few camps by me. So where am I? I'm there. So I know there's a little camp on this little island here. And there's also... I think they're based down this end. So I don't know if it's going to tell me what they are. Because if there just says fighters and stuff, I'm assuming it will tell me if they're just fighters. this, that and the other. So if we go across, so we've got that equipped. What's that going to need to need more plant fibre? Okay, if I grab some plant fibre quickly, we'll repair the batten. Don't think we need to repair the rope. Okay, let's need more leather. Oh, for goodness sake, I took me leather out, didn't I? Fools. Okay, well, let's just swim along. We'll try and get this bit done quick. We'll use the sword, I think, and just go straight at people. There's my old base. So where am I? So I want to keep heading straight on this island all the way to that bend. Because I know there's people just here, but they're all fighters. I know that because I've been against them hundreds of times. I believe there is another camp up here somewhere. Whoa! Oh, hello! The music didn't change at all, which is... Oh, I got a skull! Sweet! I wanted a skull. If you remember in the last video, you can actually get 6 to... Okay, I'm still being attacked. Or is that just very delayed? Well, that's cool. I got my first skull, so we shall put that on display. Right, this next camp should be up on this crook here, round here somewhere, if I remember correctly. So we'll see what we got. Now, I have seen there's many different people. Like, I've seen some dancers and stuff, which would, I'm not sure what dancers are going to help me with, unless they're just purely for entertainment. Right, where were they? Were they around here somewhere? Or am I... Oh, no, there they are. I knew I wasn't imagining it. Right, what have we got here? Oh, blacksmith! Sweet, jeez! What doesn't help is you're both attacking me at exactly the same time. Right, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Because I don't want to kill... Will you just go unconscious, fighter boy? Talk about a dodgy camera angle then. Haha! Right, I've got myself a blacksmith. That is handy. That was luck. More than judgment. Right. We're just going to pull him. Hopefully he fits. Yeah. Of course he fits. Right. Let's get him back to where I was based. Now I don't want to really have a fight with anyone whilst I've got him. Can I drag him through water? That's a good question. I'm assuming I should be able to. Can I drag him through water? Well, I've still got the rope in my hand, so I'm going to hazard a guess. Yeah, there he is. He's unconscious and breathing a lot of water. There we are. Right, lovely. Hopefully the time I get this guy back, my first thrall is done, because I'm not sure if I can put multiple thrall on, because there is only one guy pushing that big boulder around in a circle. But we'll soon find out if I can drag 2 on at once. I wonder if they stack as well. Right, we're nearly back. Everything starts to render in. Right, let's get him around the spiked wall. You may have noticed I've put a lot of spikes up since you last saw my base. I had a bit of a problem with crocodiles and shellbacks, so I decided to give myself a bit of ease by building some spiked walls. Right, so if this does it, if they're ready. Okay, he's there. Stick him in there. Does it work? Is the other one done? No room on station. Right. Okay. Aha, take that one. So this one now should go in. No problemo. Hopefully. Aha, there we are. Sweet. So now, as you can see, the first thrall that I did, a fighter, is there. How did I get 4 skulls off of 2 people? That made no sense. So because first you can see the first thrall there, and now I've got my blacksmith who is in there. So now he is now being trained. So I've got enough gruel in there to last 4 hours and 46 minutes. So that should be more than enough. But I did cook some up, didn't I? I did cook some up in here. So let us get this out. I've got 30 there. So let's stick that in there as well. And that should be more than enough now to train up my blacksmith. Sweet. So right, we got him training. So let's see what we can do with our fighter thrall. Let's equip it. I don't know if I have to hotbar it or what. So we're gonna hotbar it. Oh! Oh, okay, so he physically becomes like an item. Oh, so he's a performer. I thought it was a... Oh, he's a performer. I thought he was a fighter. Well, tell a hell of a lie. He's now a performer. He can perform there. Oh, no, he is a fighter. Okay. Why did it say he was a performer? Make your mind up, game. Can I act it? Oh! You press X on him and you pick him back up. Oh, what's happened here? What have I just done? Have I consumed the thrall? Oh, I've put it... Okay. Okay, so if you press the action button on him, you then just put it straight back into your inventory. Okay, so if I put... Can I hold X on him? Aha! So yes, I can pick him up or just do nothing. Okay, cool. So because he's a fighter, I'm guessing he doesn't actually do anything. Unless you could... So you can actually build archery ranges. So you may be able to put him onto that and train him to be an archer. There may be in training dummies, I'm not too sure. Let's have a quick butcher's actually whilst we're thinking about it. Alright, leveled up as well. Let's have a little look if there is such a thing as a training dummy. Right, so there's the archery range. So obviously you might be able to get the... If you even just train up some archers, and you can take the archers with you. Special wrap for drying. Doesn't appear to be any training dummies. Now that's what it's called, a rock nose. There we are. Okay. That's the thing we fought the other day and I had no idea what it was. Right. Well, so I'm assuming that I'm going to have a guess and hazard a guess and say there is no training dummy. What is that? That's literally just a gong. A large water well. No, so I'm going to hazard a guess and say there is nothing like that there. Okay. Well, what I'm going to try and do, I'm still going to try and save up now for these things here, which are going to cost me 50 points, which is quite extreme. We'll put some in survival and some in grit, and we'll put 1 in vitality as well. So yes, guys, that is what we're going to cover for today. So hopefully what I'll try and do is I'll try and farm, as it were, some thralls off camera. If I find any more decent ones, I will try and let you know on the map exactly where they are. So obviously this first one, why is the cursor always starting top left? The first one that we saw was in the encampment that was right there. So what I'll do is I'm going to start, I will use skulls. There we are, skulls for important thrall. So if I find any along the way, I'll actually mark them on my map, so in the next video you can try and see exactly where they are if you don't know where they are themselves. So guys, thank you very much. If you feel free to give us a like and a comment below, it always helps. And yeah, if there's anything else you want to see, let us know. But other than that, feel free to check out the next ones. Cheers, bye!